Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most intriguing finds in coin collecting, the mysterious and valuable 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. This little coin may look like any other penny, but it's worth far more than just 1 cent. In fact, one recently sold for a staggering $65,211. Yes, you heard that right. So, what makes this coin so special, and why are collectors going crazy for it? Let's break it all down. Let's start with some background on the 1982 Lincoln penny. 1982 was a year of big change for the U.S. Mint. Up until then, Lincoln cents were made mostly of copper. But with rising copper prices, the Mint had to look for a cheaper material. So, in 1982, they started a shift to copper-plated zinc, which is lighter and less costly. This shift led to 7 different varieties of the 1982 penny, 4 made of copper and 3 made of zinc. Each one has slight differences, like small versus large dates and the metal composition. Usually, pennies from the Philadelphia Mint don't carry a mint mark, but in 1982, a batch of these pennies was accidentally struck without a mint mark. While this may sound insignificant, it's actually a big deal for collectors because it's so rare. The U.S. Mint has been very meticulous about mint marks, so errors like this are extremely uncommon. So, why is this specific penny so valuable? In the world of coin collecting, rare errors or unique characteristics often drive up a coin's value. The 1982 no-mint mark penny combines both historical importance and rarity. The fact that it's one of the first years of the copper to zinc transition, plus the lack of a mint mark, makes it highly desirable. Additionally, collectors are always on the lookout for mint errors or unique features because they add character to a coin's history. The rarity factor plays a big part too. The fewer there are, the higher the demand, and thus, the higher the price. Now, let's talk numbers. Recently, a 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny sold for a jaw-dropping $65,211 at auction. But what makes this even more surprising is that not all of these no-mint mark 1982 pennies are valued this high. The final price usually depends on factors like condition, demand, and any unique attributes the coin might have. Coins in perfect condition, or mint state, generally fetch the highest prices, especially when combined with rarity. Most of these coins in circulated or lower conditions won't reach such high prices, but even those can be worth a few hundred to several $1,000s, depending on their grade. Wondering if you might have a 1982 no-mint mark penny sitting around? Here's how you can identify it. First, check the date. It should read 1982. Next, look closely at the area where the mint mark would usually be, just below the date. If there's no D4 Denver or S4 San Francisco, you might have a Philadelphia penny. Then, weigh the coin. Copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams, while zinc pennies weigh about 2.5 grams. To be certain, it's always best to get your coin professionally graded or authenticated by experts like PCGS or NGC, as they can give you a more accurate idea of its condition and value. Finding a 1982 no-mint mark penny is like winning the coin lottery, and it's definitely worth checking your change. However, keep in mind that the majority of 1982 pennies won't have this rare error. But if you're lucky enough to come across one, it could be a life-changing find. So if you do find one, be sure to have it looked at by a professional. The rarity of this coin could make it a valuable addition to any collection, or it might just bring you a huge return if you decide to sell. Thanks for tuning in to learn about the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. This unique coin has a fascinating history and, as we've seen, can be worth a small fortune if you find the right one. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on rare coins and collectibles. Have you ever found a rare coin in your pocket change? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, keep checking your pennies. You never know if you might have a valuable piece of history hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into the world of rare coins, and I've got a fascinating one for you, the 1977 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. You heard that right. This seemingly ordinary penny could be worth more than $68,000. That's enough to make anyone want to take a closer look at their change, right? So let's get into why this little copper coin could be worth a small fortune. Before we dig into the specifics of the 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln cent, let's take a quick look at the history of the Lincoln penny itself. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, celebrating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this iconic penny features Lincoln's profile on the obverse side, making it the first American coin to feature a president. Over the years, there have been multiple variations and unique characteristics that make some pennies worth significantly more than others, and the 1977 penny is no exception. Now, let's talk about the 1977 penny specifically. As you may know, mint marks indicate where a coin was minted. Coins from Philadelphia often don't have a mint mark, whereas coins from other mints like Denver, DE, and San Francisco, S do. In 1977, the Philadelphia Mint produced pennies without any mint mark. While that alone isn't rare, finding one in pristine, high-grade condition is. The 1977 no-mint mark penny can be extremely valuable if it's in exceptional condition. So, what makes this penny worth so much? It's all about condition and grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70 by organizations like PCGS and NGC, with MS, mint state, grades being the most sought after. A 1977 Lincoln penny with no mint mark that's graded at MS 67 or higher can fetch a significant price because it's so rare to find one in such impeccable condition. Coins from circulation often have scratches, dings, and wear, which reduces their value, but a 1977 penny in mint state can be worth thousands. In fact, the highest known sale of a 1977 Lincoln penny with no mint mark was for an incredible $68,822. This record-breaking sale was made at an auction, highlighting just how valuable this coin can be. But remember, this value was for an exceptionally high-grade penny. Not every 1977 penny will be worth thousands, but if you find one that's in near-perfect condition, you might just have a valuable piece on your hands. Now, what about today's market? Well, the current value of a 1977 no-mint mark penny can vary significantly depending on its condition. For instance, if it's in an MS 65 grade, it might be worth around $50 to $100. But if you're lucky enough to have one graded at MS 67, the value could jump to several $1,000s. And anything MS 68 or higher can approach record-breaking prices. Remember though, that grading is a crucial part of determining the penny's value. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can help authenticate and grade your coin, giving it a value on the open market. So, how can you tell if you have a valuable 1977 penny? First, look for any signs of wear. If it's in great condition, with no visible scratches, dents, or discoloration, you may have a higher grade coin. Check the edges and the details in Lincoln's face. The sharper these details are, the higher the potential grade. And if you think you have a great candidate, it might be worth getting it professionally graded. Who knows? That penny could be your ticket to a big payday. So, is it worth grading your 1977 penny? If you have a coin that looks nearly uncirculated or pristine, it might be worth the investment to get it graded, especially if it could be an MS 67 or higher. Keep in mind, though, that grading costs money, so you'll want to be confident that it has potential. But if you're a collector or just curious, getting your penny graded can also add a lot to its resale value. Alright, everyone, that wraps up our look at the fascinating and potentially valuable 1977 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Be sure to check your coin collection or pocket change. You never know what treasures might be hiding there. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more coin collecting content and valuable finds. And, as always, thanks for watching! Hey everyone! Welcome back to our channel. If you're into coin collecting, rare finds, and hidden gems and pocket change, today's video is just for you. We'll be diving deep into a coin that's taken the coin collecting world by storm, the 1980 Lincoln penny. Yes, that little copper coin with the D mint mark that you might have in your pocket or coin jar right now could be worth a lot of money, up to $77,999 in today's market. But before we jump into how much this coin is really worth and why, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications so you never miss out on any of our coin collecting videos. Let's get started. To understand why this particular penny is so valuable, let's take a quick look at the history of the 1980 D Lincoln penny. The D mint mark on this penny tells us it was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the major mints in the United States. 1980 was an interesting time for coin production. The US was moving away from using copper in pennies due to the rising cost. This penny, however, was still made from 95% copper and 5% zinc, making it one of the last of its kind before the transition to copper-plated zinc pennies in 1982. The copper composition alone makes this penny a little piece of American history. As metal prices continued to rise, the government eventually made the switch to copper-plated zinc, and coins made primarily from copper began to disappear from circulation. Now, let's talk about what makes the 1980 D penny stand out. To the untrained eye, this penny might look just like any other Lincoln penny. It features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, which was a design in place since 1959. What's special about this coin is that some have been preserved in mint state condition, with sharp details, minimal wear, and lustrous surfaces. Because coins from 1980 have had over 40 years to circulate, it's rare to find one in top condition. For collectors, finding a 1980 D penny in pristine condition is like hitting the jackpot. It's this perfect condition that can drive the value of the coin into the tens of thousands of dollars. So, how much is a 1980 D Lincoln penny really worth? A common circulated 1980 D penny is generally worth just face value or slightly above. Pennies like this might sell for a few cents if they're in decent shape. But when you find one in near perfect condition, such as MS-67 or MS-68 on the Sheldon grading scale, that's when the value starts to climb. Coins that are graded MS-68 are almost flawless, with only a few minor imperfections visible under magnification. These coins can reach prices well into the thousands due to their rarity in such a high grade. Currently, the highest value of a 1980 D Lincoln penny was a whopping $77,999 at auction. That's because it achieved an MS-68 grade and attracted competitive bidding. Coins with such high grades are often found in sealed mint sets or were preserved shortly after minting. Why are some 1980 D pennies so valuable? Several factors come into play. First, we have the condition or grade. The better the condition, the higher the price. Another important factor is demand. Lincoln pennies, especially those with unique mint marks or high grades, have a dedicated following among collectors. But there's more to it. There's also the factor of rarity. Finding a 1980 D penny that's both in pristine condition and free of flaws is a rarity. Most pennies get scratched, dented, or tarnished from circulation, but certain coins that escape this rough treatment are worth a premium. You might be wondering, how can you find one of these valuable 1980 D pennies yourself? Well, first, start by checking your coin jars, pocket change, or even rolls of pennies from the bank. Look for the D mint mark on the right side of Lincoln's portrait, under the date. Narrator: once you've identified a 1980 D penny, carefully examine it for any signs of wear, scratches, or other imperfections. If you think it's in good shape, consider having it professionally graded by a service like the PCGS or NGC. Grading can be costly, but for coins in mint state or higher, it's worth it because it solidifies the coin's value on the market. If you happen to have a high-grade 1980 D penny, selling it could net you a tidy profit. But where should you sell? Auction houses, like heritage auctions or great collections, are a great choice for high-value coins. Online marketplaces, such as eBay, can also be good, but make sure to check the buyers' and sellers' feedback and reviews to ensure a smooth transaction. If your coin is truly rare or in an extraordinary grade, it's best to work with a professional who can help you get the best price. Some rare coins fetch higher prices at live auctions, where competitive bidding can drive the final sale amount well above the estimate. So, there you have it. The 1980 Lincoln penny might be worth more than you think. It's a coin with a rich history, a unique copper composition, and a loyal following in the coin collecting world. If you're lucky enough to find one in top condition, you could be holding on to a small fortune. Narrator: if you enjoyed learning about the hidden gems in your pocket change, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to channel name, and comment down below if you've ever found any rare or valuable pennies. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Hey everyone! Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the 1982 D-Mint Mark Jefferson nickel. This little 5-cent coin is not just pocket change. It has a remarkable story and an astounding market value that can reach as high as $97,923. So, let's explore what makes this coin so special. Grab your magnifying glass, and let's get started. The Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938, designed by Felix Schlag, to honor the third President of the United States, Thomas Jefferson. This iconic coin features Jefferson's portrait on the obverse and Monticello, his home in Virginia, on the reverse. The nickel replaced the Buffalo nickel, which had been in circulation for nearly 25 years. But what about our focus today, the 1982 D-Mint Mark nickel? To understand its value, we need to consider its context within the series and the minting process. In 1982, the United States Mint struck nickels at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. The D-Mint mark indicates that this particular coin was produced in Denver. Interestingly, the 1982 series experienced a slight change in composition, shifting from the traditional 75% copper and 25% nickel to a mix of 56% copper, 35% nickel, and 9% zinc. This change was primarily to reduce costs during a time of rising metal prices. So, what sets the 1982 D nickel apart from its peers? First, it's essential to note that while millions of these coins were minted, a small number were produced with a unique error, what's called a double die strike. This means that the coin was stamped twice, resulting in a visible doubling of some of the details on the obverse side. These double die varieties are particularly sought after by collectors. In fact, one of these rare finds recently sold for nearly $100,000 at auction. It's incredible how something as simple as a minting error can transform a coin into a collector's treasure. Now, let's talk numbers. As of today, the market value of a typical 1982 D nickel is around 5 cents. But the double die variety can fetch an astonishing $97,923. This staggering figure showcases the importance of rarity and demand in the coin collecting world. Coin values can fluctuate based on market demand, collector interest, and the overall condition of the coin. Coins in uncirculated condition, meaning they show no signs of wear, are particularly valuable. Collectors will also pay a premium for coins that have been graded and certified by professional services. Now that you know about the value, how do you spot a valuable 1982 D nickel? Here are a few tips. Inspect the mint mark. Make sure to look for the D mint mark located on the reverse side, just above the Monticello. Check for errors. Use a magnifying glass to look for doubling on the date or the word Monticello. Any noticeable doubling can significantly increase the coin's value. Condition matters. Pay attention to the overall condition. Coins that are graded as MS65 or higher are typically worth much more. Get it graded. If you believe you have a valuable coin, consider sending it to a professional grading service. This can authenticate the coin and provide a grade, which can significantly enhance its marketability. In conclusion, the 1982 D-Mint Mark Jefferson nickel is more than just a piece of change. It's a fascinating collectible with a remarkable value story. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, keeping an eye out for this coin could pay off in the long run. If you have any 1982 D nickels, take a closer look. They might be worth more than you think. Thanks for joining me today. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to your channel name, and hit that notification bell for more amazing content about coins and collectibles. And remember, happy hunting out there! Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of coin collecting, focusing specifically on the 1999 P Mint Mark Jefferson nickel. This little 5-cent piece might seem ordinary, but it has a remarkable history and an astonishing current market value of $66,827. So stick around as we explore its background, what makes it so valuable, and how you can potentially find one in your own pocket change. First, let's talk about the Jefferson nickel itself. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, designed by Felix Schlag. The coin features a profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, his Virginia home, on the reverse. The design has changed slightly over the decades, but it has remained largely the same. Now, why is 1999 significant? Well, this particular year marked the release of the first Jefferson nickels to bear the P Mint mark, which indicates that they were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. This was a big deal because, for decades, nickels were primarily produced in Denver and San Francisco, so the P Mint mark was a relatively new addition. Now, let's look at the unique attributes of the 1999 P Mint mark Jefferson nickel. Although it looks like your average nickel, there are specific features that collectors pay attention to. The P Mint mark is found just above the Monticello image on the reverse side. Coins without this mint mark from previous years are worth significantly less. But what sets the 1999 P apart? It was produced in a relatively low quantity compared to other years, and due to the changing interest in coin collecting, it has become a coveted piece among numismatists. So, let's get into the juicy part: value. The 1999 P Mint mark Jefferson nickel has been known to fetch astonishing prices at auctions and among collectors. As of now, its current market value sits at an impressive $66,827. That's right, this little 5-cent coin can be worth more than a brand new car. But why is it worth so much? The answer lies in scarcity and demand. As fewer of these coins remain in circulation, collectors are willing to pay a premium to add them to their collections. Additionally, coins in pristine condition, often graded by professional organizations, can command even higher prices. Now you might be wondering, how can I identify if I have one of these valuable nickels? Here are some tips. First, check the date and the mint mark. If it's a 1999 P, that's your first indication. Next, assess the coin's condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. A nickel in mint condition can dramatically increase its value. There are various resources online and local coin shops where you can have your coins graded. Websites like PCGS and NGC offer guides on grading and can help you determine your coin's market value. If you're interested in starting your own coin collection, here are a few tips. First, educate yourself about the different coins and their values. Join local coin clubs or online forums to connect with other collectors. And of course, always be on the lookout for rare finds in your spare change or at estate sales. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the world of the 1999 P Mint mark Jefferson nickel. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and share your thoughts or questions in the comments below. Have you ever found a rare coin? I'd love to hear about it. Until next time, happy collecting!